Recording in progress.
All right, good afternoon and Happy New Year's, everybody. We're going to start the Protection and Policy Committee for Monday, January 13th. It is now 4:01 p.m. Roll call, let the record reflect all are present. On to approval of the agenda.
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nay, ayes have it. On to approval of the minutes for December 9th, 2024.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it. Before we start our regular business today, I need to inform you that items we discuss at this meeting and vote on will be a recommendation to the Common Council for final approval. The next Common Council meeting will be on Tuesday, January 26th at 6 p.m. Our vote is a recommendation to the Common Council that items before us may or may not be pulled for further discussion at the Common Council meeting. Your attendance at the next Common Council meeting is your sole decision. All right, thank you. Ready? Okay. On to regular business. Number 1, consideration with possible action or request by the Sardine Can at 128 South Broadway Street to temporarily extend their license premise to their back parking lot for the following dates in May and June. I would ask for an amendment to this because we have an issue with one of the dates.
I'd offer an amendment to adjust May 19th to May 10th.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second that amendment.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it.
Do you mean approve as amended?
Yeah.
Do you mean the 18th? Because I don't see the 19th on here.
May 19th.
It's a typo.
I mean-
But we're correcting it to the 10th.
I know, it just says 18, I don't see 19 on here.
It's between May 7th and May 11th.
So. Okay, well, no wonder it's out of order. Okay, got it. Too many numbers, threw me off.
Do we have any discussion?
make sure it was right.
Otherwise, I'll make a motion to approve as amended.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays have it. On to number 2, consideration of possible action on a request by the Sardine Can at 128 South Broadway to temporarily extend their license premise to the back parking lot on the following date pending the approval of the renewal application for the 2025-2026 year. We have dates for July, August, September, and October, and November. Any questions? No?
Motion to approve.
All right, do I have a second?
Can we ask if Law has any input they want to give us? Or police, I mean?
I know Mr. Buckelman and Sardine Can, every time they have the events, they do a great job of gating off the property. They have very adequate security. In fact, we use the Sardine Can as an example to other bars that are having issues to reach out to Mr. Buckelman to kind of mirror what he does. So we don't have an issue with it at all. They do a good job with fencing and with security.
And I think this is their 3rd year of doing it this way, right?
Yes.
Nice.
9th year. Thank you.
So you want to second it?
I will second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, nays, ayes have it. On to number 3, consideration of the possible action on a request by Bay Family Restaurant at 1301 South Military Avenue to temporarily extend their licensed premise to their parking lot April 21st to the 27th. Attorney?
I don't have any objections.
Okay, law? Please?
I guess I would like to ask, I saw their map in their application. They don't talk about whether they're going to have any fencing up or what type of security, and according to their map that they provided, it's just a small sliver, so I'm wondering if that's just where they're going to be selling the food and the cans of beer. So I guess I'm asking if this could possibly be held.
Maybe not.
No, I don't, there's no, I don't, we wouldn't see anybody here to answer a question for them.
It's just with the extending of the liquor license to the parking lot to make sure that there's some type of barrier, snow fence, whatever, kind of like we just did on the last item, to make sure it's adequate enough. Because obviously during that time, there's going to be quite a few people, in Green Bay and around that area.
So will you be reaching out to them before March?
Yeah, I can read.
Yeah, we
Or February meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can reach out and just ask that they either amend it or show up to answer our questions.
All right.
Make a motion to
Hold.
hold.
Just till the next meeting should be sufficient, which
Yep.
is
January 27th.
January 27th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Yeah.
Okay. On to items number 4 through 9. I'll take a motion to suspend the rules. Take them all to one roll call vote. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Nay. Entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Okay, on to number 10. Consideration with possible action on appeal by Katie Tabbitts regarding denial of her operator's license. Law?
Defer to Pete to share why the license was denied.
All right, please.
We denied it because back in February of 2020, she was charged with operating a motor vehicle under the influence, her 4th offense, and she pled guilty on it in 2021, which is a felony. So a 4th offense OWI, literally like 4 years ago, well, coming close to 5 years ago, that we're recommending denial based on it being a felony and relatively near in the past.
Anything else from 2020 to the current?
Not that I saw, I mean, nothing major. There was some other, a little earlier than 2020, some minor traffic offenses or other misdemeanor traffic offenses. But it's the felony and it being in the recent past that we recommended denial.
Sure. Any questions for please? If not, motion to open the floor.
Make a motion open the floor.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Katie, you can come on up. And if you could state your name and your address for the record.
Katie Tibbetts, 335 North Washington Street.
Any questions?
I'm sorry, and this is your opportunity to explain anything you'd like to in terms of the denial.
I had sent with my paperwork, my probation officer during the time had sent a letter that I had no violations. I paid off my probation. I had no violations with the police department while I was on house arrest. I am a single mother of a 8-year-old daughter. It's pretty much given us a roof over our head and a job for me. I've gone through years of therapy. I haven't drank. I don't drink. I'm sober.
What is the business that you are working at that you're in need of the
I work at Hotel Northland.
Hotel Northland? Okay. And you work as a server there and
I'm a bartender.
a bartender? Okay.
A restaurant supervisor.
How long have you been employed there?
Almost 4 years.
Almost 4 years. Why the change that now they're asking for the?
Oh, we got new management, and now they're asking for it.
Okay.
So it's an internal request at your work? Okay. I noticed they wrote a letter.
My manager of the restaurant wrote a letter too.
Where's that letter?
It's in here. And there's a letter from your mother? Okay.
Under which one?
Gotta keep scrolling down.
There's a
Un-
few
under the
letters.
There's small
application.
letters.
There's a lot of letters.
A lot of letters.
There's different PDFs for looking at.
Oh.
Those were my questions.
So at Hotel Northland, do they allow bartenders to have a cocktail or no?
No,
Okay, good.
we're not allowed to drink on property.
Okay, perfect.
How long have you been sober?
Since my
Since-
last DUI.
Any other questions? Any other comments you'd like to make? Okay,
Just thank you for letting me complete this.
sure, no problem. All right, I'll take a motion to close the floor.
Motion to close.
I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Discussion? Recommendation?
I would make a motion to approve the appeal. I know it was recent history, but there's oodles of support letters, and that detail the change that she's made in her life. She attested to it, and it seems like a reasonable time if it's an ask of management, given that it is her only career at this moment.
It seems that there has been a change in behavior from, there's a pre and a post last DUI. I think with her graduating, the classes she took and the letters that she's gotten, she's got family support and work support, and she's not shying away from anything. So I'm in favor of granting the appeal.
I will probably vote to approve her appeal, although I at times question when someone has a alcohol problem, why they don't seek employment away from alcohol. It'd be like me working in a chocolate factory. But I will vote yes.
I think the best person that knows her character is the employer, and there's a letter here. So I have approval and a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Okay, on to number 11, consideration possible action on the request by Mary Alexander regarding the denial of her operator license previously held at the October 21st, 2024 Protection Policy Committee meeting. All staff.
So the Green Bay Clerk's Office did send out just a reminder notice on January 6th, just stating that before this board makes a decision of approval or denial, they would like to speak to her. And just to please contact me if you can or cannot make it. I did not get any response back from that email.
Yeah. I don't think she's here.
There's no one on Zoom at the moment.
Motion to select a motion.
If she were to reapply,
The operator's license, you have to wait a year.
we have to wait a year, and she applied in October. I'd make a
It's
motion.
almost half over, so
Yeah.
the licensing year is almost half over now.
No, the
No.
license runs until June 30th of 2026.
Oh, it's a two-year?
Right.
Thank you.
Well, if you can't show up and discuss the situation with us, I think.
Well, I know she had family who came and said she was
Is
experiencing
this the
a
one with
medical.
family?
Yes, that has a medical, she's having a medical thing going on. So I would just make a motion to hold again. I mean, some communication would be nice, but we don't know if she's actively hospitalized at this point or something, so I don't know. I'd make a motion.
I'd entertain that and hold it until the next meeting, and if she doesn't show up, then denial.
Okay. Second
All
that.
right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it.
Nay?
Oh, one nay. Ready?
Yep.
Consideration of the possible action on appeal by Sabrina Bowden regarding the denial of her operation license previously held at the December 9th, 2024 Protection and Policy Committee meeting. Staff?
They also received a notice to attend, and at the December 19th, or December 9th meeting, her employer was here and stated he would also communicate that this is the next meeting. That's all I
Okay, so
have.
And again, I'm not, nobody, that person's in attendance, and there's no one on Zoom.
Okay, what would you like to handle this?
Well, let's be consistent, like one more chance and then denial.
Motion to hold till the 27th?
Motion to hold to the 27th.
Second.
All in favor?
We have someone-
Oh, attorney.
I just wanted-
Alder.
Because I was here, and I remember her employer saying it was because he didn't give her time off. But you had asked him, will you give her time off to be here the next time, correct?
Right,
So
we did.
We did.
Yeah.
just something to think about.
Yeah.
I should just hold till the next, and if not here, then the next.
Yeah,
It's not hurting anyone.
And just to confirm, did you do the initial, or you did the initial?
I did the initial.
Second.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, consideration with possible action.
Vote on that?
Oh, I thought we did. Motion to hold. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Nays?
Nay.
Okay, one nay. Okay, now you're ready. I'm battling a cold here, so I'm sorry. Consideration with a possible action on the 2024-2025 massage establishment license at 1136 West Mason. Previously discussed at December 9th, 2024 protection policy meeting. Staff, refresh. Please.
Just, I don't know if the others remember, the applicant listed herself as the owner of the new spa in Maryville, Indiana, with the business phone number. When we checked that business phone number, it came back to places, like some websites called like Rub Maps, which is commonly used to locate illicit massage parlors. The phone number was also listed on adultsearch.com. Also listed under erotic massage parlors in Missouri to get happy endings, because she also, that her phone number was on the spot, she massage parlor in Missouri. You also doing a web search on the phone number our officers found, it locates ads for Skip the Games, for Bunny Agent, which are adult websites. You could get a secret menu with custom options when you're asking for massages. And Skip the Games is the world's largest listing of escorts and agency escorts and other adult services. You asked that, we also saw that she had a prostitution charge in Cook County, Illinois in 2015. When I called down to Cook County, I was advised that she was probably, they don't have any record of the charges now anymore. The county clerk down there said she was probably arrested, they just probably declined to charge. He made it seem like places down there that everyone there gets arrested and then they charge the owner or the main players. So she was not charged for that. He also asked that I look into, the address has been closed here in Green Bay. She has not been open, I believe Alder Hutchinson was asking for that. So on the good part, yeah, they haven't been open. But I guess with everything with the phone number, and even if she changes her phone number, the police department is not recommending approval of this, because with the issues with her background on the various massage places that she's had in Indiana, Missouri, also down in Illinois, we're recommending denial of this license. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Pappy's also here from inspections, as you requested from the last meeting.
Oh, yeah.
If you'd like to speak with him at any point.
Do you have anything you'd like to share?
We have inspection issues, one being the floor plan that was submitted to our clerk's office. Inspector found it being inconsistent with what they found on site, so that needs to get clarified. Suites 4, 5, 6 were said to be not part of the business but are listed on the site plan. Smoke and CO detectors were not functioning, so those need to be installed. There was an outlet that was not working, was burned in the lobby area. Some plumbing issues in the laundry room. Dryer was not vented properly, and then they have an extension hill made to complete the painting on the exterior of the building.
When did that inspection happen?
I believe it was just late last week.
Thank you.
It was requested, it was like 10.
Any questions for inspections?
What's the status of the application? Is there any untruthfulness, or is it all acceptable as is?
Either, I think, right?
It was resubmitted.
Police or,
It was resubmitted.
Did we have issues with a LLC or something that did not exist?
I believe that was another one.
Okay.
This address, I believe the insurance listed an address in Howard, which was the wrong address. The wrong name on the insured portion of the application. I know from my notes from our meeting last month, that's what, on this one. The one you're talking about, I believe, was a
Okay.
different establishment.
There's also was a signage issue. What was
Right.
posted. It's not, hasn't been updated yet, so inspector noted that as well.
I have a question for police. I see in our, later on when we have our list of violations for liquor and massage establishments, if there's one listed from 9/5/24 for a Gold Spa on Velp Avenue. The
Yes.
name looks almost the same, but there's one letter difference. Is this the same person that owns both of them? Or is trying to get this permit for this one also? One starts with an S, one starts with a Z, otherwise the names are identical.
Yeah, for that, we weren't able to verify. That is something that we are concerned about. The problem is, a lot of times when we start checking names, to make it whether it's first name, last name, different spelling from, I guess, Mandarin to English, so we weren't able to verify if that's accurate or not, if it's the same person.
Thank you.
Okay, Alder?
So I just wanted to clarify, because you said Alder Hutchison was asking about being open. Were you talking about the Star location or the day spa, the same owner?
No, open, this is the Star location to see if they have, since the last meeting, I asked our community please to monitor it, and it's right by our west pumps where our squads get gas, and no officer has told me that they were open, at least since the last meeting, that we've noticed.
But I do want to clarify, the day spa, who's owned by the same person, has been open, and they were advertising on all the list of those adult-type websites that he referred to, so.
Any questions for the applicant? Or here?
So you have to open the floor.
For that?
I move to open the floor.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
If you're here for that, you can come on up. And if you both could state your name and your addresses for the record.
Yes, my name is Lindsay Roque, LINDSAYROAKE. Address is 46 West 17th Avenue, Oshkosh, Wisconsin, 54902. I'm her interpreter.
Welcome back.
你的名字地址说一下。
YAN 燕IZEN盛，在里面呢8466 Pierre Day Mayor Way，
8466
Mayor Pierre Day
um,
Mayor Way，人口是46样人。
你把你的那个地址拿一下。She's gonna grab her address for me so I can read it off of her document.
Could you get the spelling for her last name for us also, please?
Her last name
Spelling?
is 你把你的那个不是你把你的那个名字拼写跟他讲一下。
YAN
First name
SHENG 盛，燕盛。
SHENG is her last name. YAN is her first name. And she's getting her address right now. Her address in Indiana is 8466 Pierce Place, Maryville, Indiana 46410.
Questions?
We had a violation on September 5th of 2024 at an establishment listed as Gold Spa at 1306 Velp Avenue that had the citation issued to Yan Zhang. Is that her? Can she tell us?
Is it September 2024?
Yes.
Okay.
Does she own that establishment also?
他说去年9月份有给你开一个罚单，那个也是你的店吗？也是。
Did she work there in September?
不是。
他说你9月份有在那里上班吗？ Is it in Green Bay?
Yes.
What's the name of this thing?
GONH.
GONH Gong Spa.
Spa.
Okay. 你知道这个 Gong Spa 吗？
我不知道。
She doesn't know that shop. She doesn't work there.
Thank you.
我在
那个
这
名字是你有你的名字在上面哦。
没有，我在这我从来我没有开过，就是没有过就是政府给我的罚单。
就这里你是第一次来这里是吗？
对，我在这里，但是我就是没有罚单。
Okay.
你从来没有过。
She just explained that she have not got any citations. She have never had any citations.
She's never been involved in that
Yeah, she's not
establishment?
even. Yeah, she doesn't know that place or never worked there.
So one of the reasons we held it at the last meeting was
Yes.
pending inspection, and they had indicated that there's still some issues. Glaring one being the suites 4, 5, and 6 were not able to be inspected. Was she present at the inspection 3 days ago?
他说3天前去检查的时候你在不在？
对。
Yes, she was there.
Was there a reason suites 4, 5, and 6 were not included?
他说那个就是有4、5、6号这些房间都不能查是怎么回事？
那个是那个 owner 的，不是我们的，我们就有2个房间。
Yeah, so because even though it's in the same building, but those 4, 5, 6 were not her property. It was the owner, like the landlord's place.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why she doesn't have the right to access that.
And then there was a list of some other issues that the inspector provided. Was she provided a list, and is she making, because it's hard to grant an application when there's inspection
yes.
issues. Yeah.
Would you be kindly just kind of repeat that one more time, the list,
Yep.
because we were, 一般说我有给你记录一下. I'm gonna just help her take a note on the things that that she needs to work on, so that way we are communicating clearly. 这里，看到我的名字，看到我的 ，okay. Yeah, so I heard there was like a outlet issue, right?
Yep, it sounded, the list I jotted down, and hopefully you can keep me honest.
Yeah.
There was no smoke or CO detectors, at least they weren't functioning.
Okay, so need new smoke detector.
Yep.
Got it.
There was some plumbing issues in the laundry area, including the dryer not being vented.
Okay, plumbing issue. So 先不要说，等一下 Okay. Laundry issue, probably plumbing issue is the laundry room. So the issue was the issue because there's no vent for the dryer,
I believe so.
right?
Yep.
Okay. Yes. All right. And what is the next thing?
I believe there was some outdoor signage.
Outdoor
that-
signage, like
that's-
what kind of signage issue exactly?
It still is listing the former spa name.
What's the name of it? Former spa name. What's the name of?
Well, it's her business, wouldn't she
他说
know
你
it?
现在就是你现在这个店的这个名字叫什么名字啊？
Mango Spa。
那你现在那个就是外面那个牌子还是 Day Spa，你要现在要立刻换一下。
我这个是，如果政府要是批给我了，我就那个牌子立马就换去。
Okay, the reason that she hasn't changed that is because she doesn't know if this is gonna approve. If it's gonna approve, she's gonna change that immediately.
Okay.
That's why. That's the only reason it's why.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So if I could just clarify that too for the applicant, we need inspections to be fully vetted and accurate before we can grant an application. So
Yes.
she's gonna need to make that update whether or not if she wants inspections to be in compliance in order to grant the license.
Yes, absolutely. So anything else that she has to work on? She needs to work on before, before the next step?
Yeah, I think, did I miss any inspections?
So far I have 3 things that, obviously with the signage, she wants to change that as,
Yep.
as soon as she's approved. So the 2 main issues here will be no smoke detector, so need new smoke detector. Is there a request, how many of them in the building?
I don't
Because
know.
they do have individual rooms,
That's not
is a
our-
requirement how many she has to install?
Yeah, that primarily the owner's responsibility, it depends on the site layout and what rooms are being covered.
Okay, so there's no requirement on the city parts on how many of them, like, do they,
That's a good question.
I guess my question is that if she installed it, would it be coming back, oh, you're not installing enough, you know what I mean?
Right,
I just want
right.
to make sure that I'm communicating with her clearly.
Yeah, and her, so
I
by
would
how,
suggest it'd be every room.
yeah, by how you're describing it too, it sounds, does she own?
It's divided. When I went to pick her up to come here, I went to the building. It's a very long room.
Okay.
You go in, it's very long, but it is divided.
Okay.
So yeah,
So does she own part of the building, or is she just renting the suites that she's using?
she's renting the suite.
She's renting the
Yeah.
suites, so she should be able to work with the owner too. He should know how, that should be his responsibility, or who.
The landlord, you meant?
Yeah,
Okay.
to know and to
Okay.
outfit
那
whatever.
个你
if
就
you're
是你租
renting.
房的这个地方是中国人还是外国人啊？是外国人吗？那他
Everything's
说
explained
你
as
这个
landlord's responsibility.
Okay, so regarding the smoke detector, she has to work with the landlord, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably, given that she's renting, all of these probably could be done outside of signage by the owner of the,
Yes.
should be.
Got it. So, awesome. And then I'm assuming the same with the plumbing issue, right? That
Yeah.
also has to work with the owner,
Correct.
the landlord, right?
Yeah.
他说，OK, perfect. 你等一下，我先把他事情搞完了，我再跟你说哈，不要着急。All right, and
I
anything.
do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Did you purchase this or are you leasing this?
The business or the shop, the
Both.
property. 他说你是就是你关于这整个店你是租的这个店还是说买的这个店？店是买的对吧？Yeah. So the shop, the business, she bought it. 那这个就是这个楼呢，就是你住这个地方呢，那你是买的还是租的？租。Yeah. And the property is rented. She rented the property, but she bought the business. It's separate.
Okay.
From different. Obviously, the property belonged to the landlord, which is a separate person who sold her the business. All right, so I have 2 things here, which is both had to work with the landlord. The smoke detector and the venting issue with the dryer. Is there anything else that she needs to work on currently?
She would need to discuss that with the landlord
Yes.
because they would receive a letter from the city.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
can show her online where it lists all of our violations, so that she can have it right on her cell phone. When she uses open data before she leaves, I can show her how to access it.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Okay.
perfect. Awesome. All right. Any other questions that she needs to work on?
So if she is indicating that suites 4, 5, and 6 are not included in her business, that application would need to be updated again. Otherwise, that's gonna continue to be an inconsistent part of the floor plan that
Got
was
it.
provided.
So resubmit the application to exclude the unit 456, right?
Right.
Right.
Got it.
If that's not part of her
Perfect.
Can
business.
she do that or just have to do that on review?
That would be the question. Yeah, I think it's a new floor plan submittal, right, being a new floor plan consistent with the application.
But would this application be denial and she has to start all over because
就是
information
你
given
要
is
再重新
incorrect?
递交一份申
Well,
请，
last
然后
time
申
we
请
did,
人员说
we
那
just
个
said to
4、
correct the
5、6那几
information
房
and
子
send
那
it
些
back,
房
but
间
it
是
came
你
as a
可以
whole
用
new
的，
document.
你知道我的意思吗？
Right?
这个跟你跟
I'm
你
not sure how it was
跟
processed,
店没关系，
the clerk Jeffrey's
因为现在就是说
applications.
他们
They ask because it's a new territory.
他们就觉得这似乎也是你的店，但是他们又不能去上，所以这就是出现问题。你要重新再递交一次申请，然后把4、5、6这个给他4、5、6去掉，重新再做。
我们有个图上的图片，按照都跟他写的明明白白。
你涂在上面。She did say when I explained to her about the extra unit that not included with her business, she said there is a map for her application that indicates that those 4, 5, 6 units are not hers. I wonder if maybe that's not enough or that's not explained in the application form. She is looking for that paper right now.
Is that the one where she wrote massage into, because I am seeing two different maps.
Okay.
There's one where it only has massage room written in suites 2 and 3, but the rest are still included in the picture.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if
So
that's
you-
what she
so-
has.
Okay, so in order to, just want to be clear, when she ready to submit the floor plan, that what exactly she needs to do to make sure that 4, 5, 6 are not included?
That's a great question. So this one says right on the top, suite 2 and 3 massage room. Labeled massage, labeled massage.
Okay,
This
yeah,
is the
so
most
she
recent
did
application.
So she did has some writing here. I'm
Yeah, that's the
assuming
one.
that is
One that-
not,
Well,
the
we're
writing
looking at-
itself is not enough, right? It's not official enough.
Yeah, do we need to delineate what the other suites are for?
I guess, let's show that to our inspector and see if, show it to them.
The general.
Oh, okay, sure. So she, this is her, the map she submitted. And then those are saying that the room, the room that she's only using for her business, the rest of them are not being used.
It's just what's just written on top here.
Yes. So 3, 4, 5, 6 are not being occupied. It's not belong to her. It's still belong to the landlord.
I would probably have them make sure that that's indicated a little bit more clearly.
Like
on the
more
site
in
plan.
more writing or how?
Right on the site plan itself. Cross those off.
Cross
so
those
that way,
off.
So not even, yeah, so they're clearly marked and indicated on the site plan. So if
Okay.
so if we come through and do an inspection,
Mhm.
we want to make sure that that's in compliance, that that's the document that's going to govern running the business, that
Yes.
it's accurate and it's
So-
accurately reflected.
Okay, so just so that I'm clear, I'm being clear, so that way she can do the same picture, but just making sure that the room, that for example, like 4, 5, 6, those are crossed off.
And clearly marked and knowing what, that's not used.
That's
for
not
anything.
used for, okay,
Yep.
perfect, thank you. 就是说你还要就是还要是再上传这一份这个，但是呢，你上传的时候，就比如4、5、6这些要把它划掉，你知道吗？
打岔啊。
Can she just use a pen to mark it off or yeah 就是用笔把它划掉，这样打叉，就是说自己不是你的就可以了。
这个4号的。
对。And then once she done that, she had to like submit again right online. Is that how it is?
Yes.
Okay. 就是你弄完之后，你把这个对全部打叉，然后就说没有用，就不是你的，然后你再重新再申请，再递交，
全递交我还是
还提交，还要再提交一下，就是
这一份呢，还是
就是你这个不是有电子版的吗？你要把这个电子版的把这些全部划掉以后再去提交。等一下我再跟你说，你看
不是可以要是这一份还是全递交？合同啊，
全递交。All right, awesome. Sorry, I don't want to take everybody's time now. We already explained. It's I know everybody's busy and me and her can explain things later after, so I don't want to take too much time.
Our administrative clerk for the city has mentioned that she owned or had a license for another establishment at 131 Military Avenue. Does she still own that, or is she maintaining
他
that
说你还有一家店
license?
是吗？你还有一家店是吗？另外那家店？
这什么马上就要房东到期了嘛，3个多月了。
哦，OK，什么时候到期呢？
大概还有6个月吧。
就是我今天去接你那个地方吗？
对。
Oh, okay. So the one that she still owns that one, but the lease is ending in 6月份吗？
大约还有6个月。
Okay, the lease is ending in 6 months. So she is after that's done, that business will be finished. So this will be her new business. Yeah.
So she still is operating at 131
他说
Military?
现在目前你还在做那个店是吧？
对。
Yes. Yeah.
And she has a current license for that
他说你
establishment?
那个店的这个执照什么都有对吧？
都有。
Yes. She has all the documents that certificates prepared for that shop.
就是我进那个店，我一次都没被罚，我找那个我知道的。
And then her business, that the one you just mentioned, she just confirmed with me that she has no citations. There's no any illegal anything going on since she took over the business. But again, that will be closed off within 6 months. So
Will that name transfer then to West Mason Street, or will she
那他就说
have a
那这
separate
个
name now?
那你新开的这个店，就现在你要申请的这个店，那时候你名字还是用这个 Day Spa 吗？还是用别的名字？
No,
嗯 Yeah, she has a different name for the new business, not using the Day Spa anymore.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Entertain motion to close the floor.
Motion to close the floor?
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank
All
you.
in favor?
Thank you.
Aye. Nay? Ayes have it. I do have a question for inspections. When was the first inspection done? I know this has come back to us.
The first one for this particular application right here.
For this building,
The complaint was submitted October 28th, 2024, the operating massage without a license. And that was initial inspection around that exact same time.
Okay, and then the inspection regarding the issues with the location?
For this one,
Yeah.
that was just requested on Friday.
Oh, so there was, we don't know if the plumbing and all that was bad previously?
I don't know.
So was that letter issued to the
Owner.
owner of the property? Had they responded?
We just sent it out today.
Another question for inspections, not just pertaining to our massage parlor licensing, but any businesses in the city. Is there any rules about access to other rooms, like these rooms 3, 4, 5, whatever? Are there any city ordinances that say that has to be blocked off?
That's
Because,
what it's being used for. So like when we go through and do liquor license inspections, that can be applicable depending on if it's obstructing egress or what's being stored in there, how that room needs to be protected. Is it a mechanical room where storage of combustible materials can be in there? So that's the purpose of having a site plan, so it's delineated. So if there is an issue, police, fire, inspections go through, we know how the general operation of that structure is operating and what it's being used for.
are you allowed to inspect those without complaint?
No, interior, no, we would have to have a complaint or reason to go in. We don't license businesses in the city, so that would be, this is a unique process because of our ordinance. Same thing with liquor license. But we would have to receive a complaint in order to justify going in. If it's a business that's open to the public, we could go through in the general public. But there would have to be some type of complaint or a violation or reason to go through.
Thank you.
I need a clarification. So when was this application first submitted to us? October?
This is a new one.
Quite sure that.
Oh, they made a new one.
I'm trying to clarify if this is the first or second application.
This is the second applicant for this location, as far as I know. We denied the last one with the same address, but it was a different person, I think. I can double check. I don't receive the licenses, I just have the same information you have to review.
Because I just find it kind of odd if this is the
Right,
second
we denied
application for this
previous.
location.
It would have been inspected.
We're not pulling up inspections from the first time. And isn't inspection supposed to be part of the application
It's
process?
possible that, well, the first one was denied, so I'm not sure if they got to inspection.
But if you look at parcel data, we don't see anything regarding inspections except for October and Friday regarding massage application.
I'm sorry, I'm just delayed.
It's like there was several PD
I just want to make sure.
issues at this, because when I see a complaint in here, if you're on part, I can check the parcel ID 2-45-1.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like there was one on October 10th.
Mm-hmm.
That was a PD referral that came through, which I think led to the subsequent one.
Okay.
The one that I referred to in October, that was a referral that came through that read it to you in a second here, that it was operating without a massage establishment license. Our office received a call from PD that the business was operating after hours, no license provided. Spelling of the name Fenxui was the previous owner. Sold to Azia, who owns Tulip Spa and other spas in the area. Where the rules that you must follow, cited for operating without a license. Inspection issues within and outside follow-up and sending order. The majority of those were taken care of except for the outlet and the exterior paint. That's what followed through to this one. This one we were able to actually go through and then do the interior part.
Gotcha.
Thank you for the clarification.
More question for law enforcement. I know we didn't prepare you for this, but do you know of any violations at 131 Military?
That I wouldn't know right now.
I mean, I'd make a motion to hold pending resolution of inspection issues. Hold till 27th.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Nay? I have it. So when was the resolution on the inspection supposed to be completed by?
So we usually give 30 days, so it can be done. If it's done sooner than that, the owner or the applicant can contact us and our inspector would respond as soon as it's completed. Yeah, so the February 13th right now is the correct by date. Carbon monoxide
Should hold
and
this until-
COs require 5 days turnaround, so that has to be done by the 8th.
They're having a hard time hearing online, if everybody could talk louder.
Oh,
Thank you. I just got texted.
sorry.
I just got texted.
Sure, I see who it is. So, recommendation to hold it. What date do you want to hold it until?
February 24th.
February 24th?
That gives the 30 days and a little extra. And like you said, well, yeah,
Okay.
I feel like that gives enough time.
Yeah, I agree to that. I mean, yeah.
And
So
then
do we have to revote on that?
hopefully that's plenty of time to get all of the
Yes.
stuff with detail.
Do you withdraw the January 27th?
Yes. Amend it to February 24th, please.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Nay, ayes have it.
So we're holding it till February 24th to give time to get the work done.
February 24th,
Yeah.
that will be like another hearing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll come back here.
It's at 4 p.m. as well?
On to informational, clerk's licensing report, please.
Yes, so at this time, we just have one pending application for Green Bay Koi, which had filed their extension, which we approved today. And currently at this time, we have no available liquor licenses.
Okay, thank you. Green Bay Police Department violation report for liquor and massage establishments.
Okay, for liquor, we have no citations. On December 22nd, we did give a warning to Player 2 on 219 North Washington for not utilizing an ID scanner. The owner was warned. For the massage violations, we have no new violations during this time.
This is on the thing.
Okay, thank you. On to Motion to receive and place on file.
Motion to receive and place on file.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. On to adjournment.
Motion to adjourn?
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Nays? Ayes have
Also,
it. We're now adjourned.
she's
So
on.
there's a meeting